Ian, what's on the menu, bro?
It's Guacamole, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to dress up these potatoes nicely. So rub the oil into the skin of the potato. This is going to basically allow it to crisp up beautifully.
Lovely.
Lovely indeed.
That's very nice.
Rub in a little bit of salt. That is us basically ready to go. They are going to go into the oven for between 45 and 50 minutes, okay? What is a guacamole?
What is the guacamole?
Guacamole, hence the guaca, and jack potato. So guaca, jack, boom. It's going to make a wonderful guacamole, but it's got a twist. First things first, avocado. Those avocados just sat in the bowl. 6 cherry tomatoes, take them, clean off there like so. Chop through each of these cherry tomatoes, boom, like that, see? So you just grip it on either side, pop your knife through it, and then you are A-okay. Chop them through.
Oh man, I absolutely love a bit of guac. We've actually got a couple of alternatives. We're not only doing guacamole, we're going to show you a guacamole, and the other thing we're going to show you is a hummus.
Taking a banana shallot. So what we're going to do now is just slice down the middle. Then we're going to take our pincer grip like this, and we're just going to push the knife against our knuckle and just let the knife do the work. Well, and we're just going to get that shallot nice and fine. And here we go with our garlic. I've gone for a very small clove. With that garlic clove, I use this. This is a microplane, and you grate it nice and fine. So now I'm just going to pop that back in our bowl of ever-growing bowl of things that are going to make our wonderful guacamole. Next up, chili. Very, very good. Every good guac needs a lime, and if you roll that lime, you'll get it sort of squidgier and then release all that juice. And then what we're going to do is squeeze the lime into here like so. There's one half, the second half, and that is everything that you need to make a wonderful guacamole. Now, fork, flip over the avocado and mash. That is good, that is good, that is good. Look at the texture of this guacamole, it's looking absolutely wonderful. Coriander, grab it up like that, same technique as before, let the knife do the work, roll it through the herb, really fine, beautiful green coriander. In there, look at that. I'm going to give this one more sort of fold. It always needs a bit of salt. That right there is a very nice bowl of guacamole. If you had tortillas, it would work perfectly. This isn't finished yet, because this right now is just guacamole, and what we're making is guacajacks, and what we need is some protein. These are black beans, and these are going into our guacamole. But you need a bit of protein, and that is what we're doing with these beans. Folding the beans into the guacamole, essentially what you need is to retain a little bit of bite and to have this really nice complementary texture for the creaminess of the guacamole. There we go, look at that. We said that we were going to give you 3 separate fillings. Filling number 2 is hummus. 1 tin of chickpeas, 400 grams. If you've got dried, you can soak them and use them too. Tahini, I'm going to pop about 2 teaspoons in there of that. 1/2 of lemon squeezed, extra virgin olive oil, a bit of salt.
Quick time in.
Right, I'm going to blitz it. So this is the bloke doing this thing here now. We've got a big tub of hummus there. It's bloody perfect. That is really, really good. Right, guacamole. Usually you use avocado. Now we're using peas.
This is madness.
If you couldn't find any avocado, or if you've got loads of peas, you can just do this, what I'm doing here. Right, you can get your peas, mash, 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 mash. We have almost got our peas nicely mashed, mashy peas.
I'm not sure if it's gonna actually taste like avocado then.
No, it's not gonna taste like avocado. It's gonna taste like it's something all on its own. Right, here we go. We've got some cherry tomatoes that I pre-chopped earlier on. Some chili. We've got obviously spice, garlic. That all goes in there like so. Squeeze our lime in. And last but not least, we're going to pop some salt in there, and we're just going to fold all that through. And what we've got left here is guacamole. I mean, you might say it's just mashed up peas with bits and bobs inside it, but no, it's guacamole. So here we are. We've got our guacamole sorted. We've got guacamole sorted, and we also have this bloody wonderful hummus. This is a very hot potato, so please be careful. I'm going to pop that onto our plate. Slice this down the middle. It's steaming. It's really, really good. Now, which filling do you want to go for?
I'll go for the guac. This is guacajacks. After all, that's what we said we'd be cooking.
Right then, so we've got beans and we've got guacamole. It's going in there like so. That's amazing. A little bit of salad, and then, boom! There we go. Done. Right, so I'm just going to chop this up. So it's a sweet potato that was covered with chili oil and salt and baked. And then we've got that guacamole. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my goodness gracious, we have a wonderful dish for you today. We were initially going to call it Tatties with Hatties, but we decided against that name. What did we call it in the end?
We called it shepherd's potato. That's what it looks like. Oh, isn't that nice?
That looks good.
As you can see, it's a potato with a little hat. It's kind of like a shepherd's pie in a potato. Which, genius. First things first, we're going to take our 2 potatoes, just give them a little bit of oil. These have already been pre-microwaved for about 10-15 minutes. Pinch of salt, touch of pepper, and they're going to go in the oven for about 40-50 minutes. So sweet! Now I am going to show you how to use this blender to whiz through this recipe. Carrots, an onion, a stick of celery, garlic, and I'm just going to whiz that. And this is basically taking the place of finely chopping everything.
Look at that, this is saving time, it's amazing.
So into our frying pan that is going to go. In here we have carrot, celery and onion.
And a little bit of salt to eke out the moisture.
Salt going in. So I'm going to let that soften for about 5 minutes, and meanwhile I'm going to do exactly the same thing as we just did with our mushrooms.
He's doing it, he's blitzing.
There's a blitz, look, can you see it? So this is our mushroom mince. This is basically going to take the place of mince in our cooking. And now what I've done is I've just ripped off those rosemary, put some thyme here as well. Now would be a perfect time to whiz in these mushrooms. And these mushrooms, as you'll see, they're going to need about 5 minutes for all of the moisture to dissipate. So our herbs, nicely chopped, super fine. Now they're just going to go in there, along with a pinch of salt and pepper. So the next stage is we're going to add all of our liquidy ingredients. Tomato puree, whole grain mustard, that's going to give us that kind of pepperiness. Soy sauce is a great way to get that kind of dark, meaty umami flavour. Pre-cooked poi lentils, absolutely great for protein. Some vegetable stock.
That stock is going in there, and now it is all about the simmer.
Time to simmer. So that'll just simmer away over 10-15 minutes.
Yep.
To something which looks a little more like this.
Oh, it's warm in here, but don't worry, I've got asbestos hands apparently. So
quick! Okay, so we are going to construct a little hat on this potato.
So nice, easy knife technique. Look at this. This is exciting stuff, isn't it?
I am just circling this potato with my knife to take off the top.
Here we go, very good.
Make sure we've still got some potato flesh between my knife and the potato skin. Scoop out. Whoop.
Very good.
Now these potatoes are ripe for a hat. I'm going to add a little bit of that to this potato and then just mashy. And because we're vegan, I'm putting in some nutritional yeast.
Nooch for the win!
I'm not an idiot. Nooch is going in to give it that cheesy, nutty flavour, a bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then we're just going to mash it up.
Oh, that is good. If you're wondering what Henry's doing here, he is mashing the potato because what that's going to do is form a little hat.
A little hat.
A little hat.
This is a silly recipe. We told you already, it's silly, it's fun. We are now ready to load up our shepherd's potatoes. So I'm gonna take some of that ragu. I'm just gonna pop it inside that potato.
Perfect.
Look at that. If you get a bit messy, that's fine.
Stuff it full so you don't go hungry. This is it. Now this is the fun part. Oh my goodness gracious me. Look at that. It is so good. Like, the taller the better. How good does that look, really?
Even
I mean,
higher.
that just looks amazing. Doesn't it?
It looks incredible.
Yeah.
These little beauties are gonna get a little finish off in the oven.
So this is going into the oven now, 180 degrees for 10 minutes just to crisp up the top. So check it out. What do you reckon?
Mate, I'm going to give you straight away a 9 for creativity.
Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Perfect. Look at the state of that!
There
Look at that!
Honestly, that ragu is so rich.
It's so rich. It's a shepherd's pie filling and it's wrapped up in potatoes, so a shepherd's potato.
Makes perfect sense.
Have you enjoyed it?
Genius. So much fun. So this is what we are looking for. That is the kind of vibe. We have a skewer. It can be a little bit, just have to persuade this bad boy to go in right there. That is a good start. We're going to just circle all the way around that potato, being really careful not to cut over ourselves. I'm being really careful with this blade not to cut the whole thing. I'm only cutting like the part closest to me, and I'm angling that blade. I'm going to both in and down follow this round in a kind of spiral. but I'm just keeping an eye on my oil. So we've got some oil there as well, which is getting up to 180 degrees. First off, we're going to get one in the oven and one in our air fryer. Successful first cut of a tornado potato. I want gaps in between these little slices of potato, so basically opening up the potato. The beauty. So that is going to go into our oven.
There it goes, it's in the oven now.
That is going to take about 25 minutes or so to roast round 2. Yeah. Little angle, and then just curving that plate down, following it round. Here we have another one. Look at that.
That might be the best one that we've done thus far.
I'm just going to trim off the skewer.
Yep. So here is the air fryer. If you've never seen it before, it's a funny little contraption.
I'm going to give that about 15-20 minutes or so. We've got one in the oven. We've got one in our air fryer. We have our oil, which is around 180. Now, my potatoes looking great. I'm just going to, again, just chop off the end of that skewer so it'll fit nicely in my pan. Gently drop that into our oil, lay it away from you.
This is going to deep fry for around about 5 minutes. What is next?
So now we're going to make a peri-peri roll with oregano, some ginger powder, some onion powder. We've got some smoked paprika, cayenne pepper, some ginger powder also. That's going in. And we've got some salt, which is going to give us a peri-peri salt, which you can use and reuse as you see fit.
How's that coming along?
Oh, my chest inside.
So look at how golden, how brown, how caramelly coloured that is. It's like a wicked, amazing chip.
Now we're going to take this lovely peri-peri salt. Don't want to overdo it, just a little tap, tap, tap. Make sure it gets into those crevices. Look at that, absolutely incredible. Finely chopped chives.
That does look very good.
That is basically the BOSH's chip.
So we have a little taste and see what
Let's have a little taste.
Yeah.
We'll go there. Ooh. Oh man, that is absolutely delicious.
The peri-peri seasoning is so good.
Wow.
That's really, really nice. Oh, look at that. Hey, come on.
I mean, that's naughty, isn't it? Just really, oh, that's...
You spotted mine.
Right, we'll check on our air fryer over here. So there we go. There is our air fried potato. That is perfectly done as well.
It is as perfect as the one that we've just done. Look at that.
So once more, let's give it a drizzle.
Rustic, to say the least.
Fine, isn't it? Messy food style.
If you wanted to make that dip, use that same spice or that same salt, get some vegan mayonnaise, mix it together, and then there you are. It's going to be perfect.
Got such a contrast of little spices in that salt. The potato, crispy on the outside, super hot, steaming, and just that little bit fluffy on the inside. Perfect.
So this, as you can see, is a sweet potato. We've got a few of them. This is a fork, prick the sweet potato, and they're going to be going in the microwave for 15 minutes at the maximum temperature. What we're going to do is prepare the curry crust. We've got 3 cloves of garlic here because we like it punchy. Right, so we've got our garlic in here. Now we're going to go for the ginger. Big thick lump there. That's going in. Chili. So what we're going to do here, take off the green bit, slice it down the middle, like so, into our little blender jug. There you go. What's it? 10 grams of panko.
40 grams desiccated.
40 grams.
40 grams.
So that is going to go straight into our blender, along with the garlic and the chili and the ginger.
Nice.
Very good.
One line.
A nice squeeze, get all of that juice out there, because that's going to give a really nice acidity. The shop only has very posh, semi-dried cherry tomatoes in oil. So what we're going to do is use a little bit more. We're going to do like 12. We'll pop these in here. 1.
For the spices, you have garam masala, cumin, and water.
That's one. That's the garam masala. Oh, it smells amazing. Garam masala is the one. And now we've got some cumin, have we? Just the one again. And then you said a splash of water, right?
We understand it might be hard to get hold of some of these ingredients, so by all means, freestyle with some of these ingredients for stuff that you might have in your cupboard.
Spices, fenugreek and ground coriander would be really cool. I'm going to blitz this now. You just scrape the sides down a touch. Pop this in here like so. We're going to blitz again. Cool, it could be quite spicy. Hopefully it'll be okay. Woo! I'm going to go in
The base of a curry,
yeah,
but without eating the curry.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? It's got all of those flavours in there, but without the sauce.
One thing that we didn't do here, you could do it yourself right now, is add a little bit of salt and just mix it through. I don't think we need to do that though because I quite like the sweetness. So now what we're going to do is just get your tin foil and just cut it, yeah? 2 nice squares of tinfoil.
Microwave update, we're looking good.
That is a hot potato, yeah? So what you're gonna need to do is just protect your hands a little bit. We're gonna start crusting. So what we've got here is our curry crust. So you wanna take 1/4. You wanna get your spoon and you kind of just like push it into the tinfoil, you see? I don't know if you guys can see that, I hope you can. It's roughly 1/2 centimetre thick. So remember, this is a hot potato, so be very careful. I'm gonna use this because this is a clean tea towel and it will protect my hands just a touch, right? Just nice. Right, so that's it. We saved 1/2 of our curry crust, so that's like roughly a little bit of half.
Roughly a little bit of half.
Roughly a little bit of half. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Okay, so just check out this from the top cam. Can you have a little gander? Now, I'm going to use my hands here just so I can like fashion the curry crust around the potatoes. Bizarre recipe, this, isn't it?
It's absolutely bad.
But at the same time, it's very, very, very tasty. I'm trying to get it as well covered as possible. If you had a really perfectly round potato, that would pay dividends right now.
I have to say, you're doing a great job in crusting those potatoes.
Well, thank you very
It
much.
looks absolutely wonderful.
And we're just kind of working the crust around the skin of the potato, and that is looking completely weird. I mean, it's like a sort of thing that has come off an alien spacecraft.
Absolutely.
So we're going to wrap through like this, yeah? And that's good. And then the next bit comes over like so, yeah? And then we're just going to sort of tie it up at the end so it just wraps nicely, yeah? It kind of looks like a bird, doesn't that? Do you see that? Baking tray, as you can see, curry crust, 2 potatoes, and now going into the oven at 220 degrees for 30 minutes.
Part 2, eh?
Yes.
What are we doing for part 2? Dinosaur egg.
This is a dinosaur egg. Like, you can't tell me that it doesn't look like a dinosaur egg.
If you can't get hold of avocados, we feel your pain, so you could maybe whip up a quick satay sauce with peanut butter, some lime, etc.
You know what's really cool as well? You can make a guacamole with peas. You can sack off the avocado and just use frozen peas, and it is really good. We're going to put the knife into it until we hit the stone. Okay, so we're just going to roll the avocado around. We're going to let the knife sort of sit there, and we're going to be very careful not to chop our fingers off. Twist. There we go. And now we're going to take our knife, we're going to stick it in, we're going to twist, and it's going to pop out. We've got 4 halves, 2 holes, so we're going to do all 4 of these. We're going to get our lime, we're going to chop that bad boy in half, boom, we're going to squeeze the lime juice into the bowl. We've got a very teeny tiny little chili. Take half, and we're just going to pop those seeds out, easy. Nice and thin, let the knife do the work. The knife basically rolls on the board and it never ever leaves the board because then you've got a lot less chance of chopping your fingers off. We're just going to dice that through on the other end. And we've got this, which is a teeny tiny little clove of garlic. Look how small that is. Take your knife, squash the garlic clove down, yeah? Give it a quick chop. Push it out. And then sort of scrape the garlic into the board to make a paste, and that basically gives you kind of crushed garlic, which is really good to go into your guacamole. Now on the board now, I've got some sun-dried tomatoes that we used before. I'm just going to give this a really nice thin chop because those little bits are just going to offer such wonderful flavour in this guacamole and give a bit of colour. You could use cherry tomatoes if you've got them. We ordinarily would. This is the devil herb for some people, but for us we love it. If you don't like coriander, sub it out. And we're just sort of getting rid of those stalks. I'm just going to run my knife through the coriander. It's going to offer really beautiful flavour, really good colour, a bit of texture as well. This is the main body of the guac, and we're going to basically mash this up so it's completely creamy and beautiful. So now the coriander that we had before, that's going in. Fold that coriander into the guacamole. And this is going to be a really nice thing to stuff our potatoes with. So it's not bad. Right, so now we are going to put in 1/4 teaspoon, roughly, of garam masala. We're going to shake it over there, and that will just give a really nice sort of Indian spice profile to the guacamole.
It's time for us to check on these potatoes. How are we doing?
We're going to pop that in like so, yeah. There we are. That's a little knife now. And what we're going to do is we're just going to slice it. Oh, it's good. It's cooked.
Yeah,
it's
really good.
Open that bad boy up like so.
Oh, naughty.
So it's nice and steamy.
Got that steam coming out. It looks amazing.
Yep. Here we go. We're just going to pop that in there like so. It didn't have proper coriander, so this is mountain coriander. And what we're going to do with that is just use a little bit of it to dress.
Okay, hopefully we have some housemates nearby. This is MJ, so my fiance, and this is Darren, and we all live together. So Ian is going to serve us up a really nice little bit of curry crusted sweet potato. That is looking absolutely beautiful. Let's get some little tasting knives and forks.
So you're going to get the full flavour. Good.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Cheers.
Wow. That's incredible.
Very good.